so excited.
Okay, we're playing for $5 grand, all right?
Good.
$5 grand in your hand. Vicky with a Y or with an IE, or is it different?
It's a Y here.
Yeah, Vicky, like I'm gonna win.
2 yards, 2 teams, 2 massive landscape upgrades in just 2 days. And in the end, 1 winner.
I'm Ahmed Hassan. This is a turf war. Talk about not wasting any time.
For the next 2 days, these neighbors are turning their backyards into a battleground.
Both tractors are going to use this as their main thoroughfare.
On Team 1, high school teacher and single mom Victoria Durr has a spacious yard with a lot of potential. But the empty lot with an old concrete slab and patio structure leaves much to be desired. Victoria hopes to transform her boring space into a private retreat that reflects her family's love of the great outdoors.
My little girl and I love to be in our backyard camping, and normally it's just a plain old backyard with just a tent, and now it's going to be something fabulous.
It's time to bring in the big guns.
These guys are not messing around.
Team 1's contractor, Dean Summers, is a large-scale landscaping pro, specializing in residential to commercial pool decking. He's got 20 years of experience and is a powerful force in town with some serious contacts.
So as far as your team of pros, you have laborers, you have equipment operators, you have general contractor, pool contractor, and then you got some other folks that are doing some artwork and stuff like that. What other pros did you bring in? Any other companies, any other businesses to help you out?
Yes, I do. I have my faux finishers. They're going to be doing some painting for me. And then we're actually going to make all the furniture here, too. I have a master woodworker.
He's also backed by his designer, Leah Bray, and his boss, Scott Hallows.
So if he loses? If he loses, I'm going to fire his ass. Good. I love talking about.
On Team 2, Vicky and her husband Jeremy Bennett own a local restaurant, and they also love to entertain at home. But their backyard is a carbon copy of their neighbors, with the same broken up concrete and beat up patio. They hope to turn their neglected space into an entertainment oasis.
As you can see, my hands are kind of girly hands. I don't work outdoors a lot. I work inside a lot, so it's going to be a learning experience for me from start to finish.
Joining Team 2, veteran landscaper Bill Lusich brings his top-notch group, including his right-hand man, Ed Clavel, and Ed's sons, Eddie and Nick. Their specialty? Creating landscapes that incorporate unique designs and construction.
Is it finished? Yeah. Are we done yet? 10 more minutes. Not yet?
Hey, Bill, at this rate, this may never get done.
Oh, believe me, it'll be very close if not done.
Here are the rules. Both teams are given the same time frame, same budget, and the same 1,500 square foot area to make over their yards. At the end of day 2, a group of randomly selected neighbors will judge the yards based on a list of criteria, such as creativity and functionality. The winner takes home the Turf War title and $5,000 cash. And later, Ahmed will step up the game by surprising the teams with a wild card item that they must incorporate into their designs. And anything goes. The War of the Vickies has begun.
I think our homeowners are kind of a key asset. They're willing to do anything.
The energy over here is scary. They've got artwork, they've got equipment, they've got some serious coordination and organizing going on.
Ahmed's clearly impressed with Team 1. But what about their design plan to turn Victoria's yard into the great outdoors?
So the talented crew, walk me through it.
First, the patio will get a facelift.
We're taking out the existing concrete. We're going to pour new concrete here.
Okay.
We're going to extend it out further, add a step in here. So we're doing stamped colored concrete in there.
Wow.
DG and flagstone pathways. Got a bridge going to this area, which is going to have a table on it right here. This is going to be a platform for a tent.
So you got decking over here.
Yep.
You got a bridge decking over here, and I'm seeing the tent right there. I just didn't want to say that because I was like, is that a tent?
Yeah.
That's a tent.
Yeah.
So this is like go down to the local sports store and just put a tent up on it, or you got something?
Yeah, we're going to do, for that we are, because it's functional. They like to camp, so it's something they can take with them when they do go camping, and they can have it out here.
And if you run out of time and you can't put in the deck, are you going to make that a DG patio?
No, we will have time and it'll be there.
You sure?
Possibly.
We will have time.
Do you have communication with the sun and you keep it up in the sky a little longer?
I
Or what?
do, yeah.
Okay.
We have big lights.
Yep.
Okay, and then so you have chock full of landscaping over here?
Yeah, well, we have a major water feature right here out of Sierra Boulder, and do full 2-inch plumbing and a fire pit. We got a nice fire pit here.
Is there any flexibility in your mind?
No.
This is realistically in the real world. If you guys were doing this, slamming this with your company, how long would you take with a project like this?
About 5 days.
Okay, and you got 2.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna slow you down, and the cameras are gonna slow you down.
Yeah.
See that look on her face?
Yeah.
That's like Miss Flexibility right there.
Yeah.
The only flexing Dean's doing is to go bigger.
So this is pretty much, this is the back of waterfall. Okay, so let's go 7, right? We got enough rock. Let's go forward 8.
This is so exciting. I can't believe it. I am so happy working with Dean. He just seems to have so much ambition and just putting everything together.
On the other side of the fence, Ahmed pays a visit to Team 2.
Who's got the design?
Well, the basic concept is kind of a lounge bar. It's somewhere where they can relax outdoors.
Yeah.
You said, I entertain people all the time. That's what we do. We need a spot to entertain people.
Okay.
We went to their bar, Sophia's, and had a couple drinks there, so we wanted to see how they operate.
Okay.
And after knocking back a few, they were inspired to design this super slick outdoor lounge.
Where's Vicky? Where's Vicky? Do you know what these guys have got going in your backyard? Do you know what they've got going?
I didn't know the detail.
You got a water wall that's going to block the RV, okay? It's a water wall because it has a waterfall coming out of here that's going to dump into this basin with this decorative pebble. You're going to have a seating wall in front of that. You're going to have this circular bar in the middle over here with some outdoor TV screens. This is the beauty over here. And then you're going to have that wall comes all the way around and wraps in front of this chimenea. You got this whole paver patio. You've got seating area. So what do you think?
Oh, I think it's awesome. Oh, I'm freaking out. I can't believe how awesome it is.
It's way beyond my wildest dreams.
Are you really going for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
On that note, they get down to business. First, cinder blocks are stacked around a post and cemented together to create columns for the bar area. And the rest of the crew break ground to prep for the concrete foundation.
This will be our wall. That's the fireplace right there, and this is the last bit of seating wall. Just so you don't overdig, only go about 8 inches deep.
Okay.
And straight down on the sides.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Yay, concrete.
So you know you guys aren't going to get it done. But they're not going to get it done either.
We are.
Really? He brought lights. He brought a light tower.
I saw that. I thought you brought that from me.
No.
Both teams already anticipate working late into the night. More materials arrive, causing mayhem in the street.
I'm afraid the neighbors are going to call the cops.
Meanwhile, Dean's waterfall is already hooked up and prepped for the concrete.
So Dean does what the boss is supposed to do. Works with the designer, make sure that everything is actually being followed to scale, let the guys doing the labor do the labor.
And away from all the heavy construction, Victoria and her recruits join the team of woodworkers.
So I'm a high school teacher, so I have some high school students working with me. I did hand select them because I knew they were hard workers and beefy guys that could, lift all those heavy things up and just go for it.
Coming up, the big guns bring in the big gun.
Concrete waits for no man.
Vicky and Jeremy roll the dice.
Once it hits the concrete, you don't know what it's going to happen.
And the secret ingredient is revealed.
Couldn't have been an uglier thing to pick.
Three hours ago, neighbors Victoria Durr and Vicky and Jeremy Bennett kick-started a turf war to see who'll turn out the best backyard makeover in just 2 days. At stake, $5,000 cash. For Team 2, the main project of building an outdoor lounge is underway, and Bill brought in an expert to jazz up the look of the concrete patio.
You can see what we've done already. We made some cuts, and we're going to do additional cuts that will turn it into like a tile look. It'll be square.
Then, they have to pick a stain.
I've got 2 different options. We've got a acid stain, which is a chemically reactive stain.
Okay.
You're pretty much stuck with what you get. Once it hits the concrete, you don't know what it's going to happen. Another option is going to be a water-based acrylic stain. The colors that you get, that you see, are what you get. It'll be concrete, but it'll look like anything you want it to. Granite, stone, anything. It's really cool.
And Mark, what did you bring for us on top of that counter to make it shine?
Oh, to make it shine, it's a product we have called Bob. It's a urethane acrylic sealer. It should last you several years. It'll hold up against just about any stain you could throw at it.
And it'll have a real high gloss. It'll be shiny.
The colors penetrate and stay in the concrete pores so there's no chipping, cracking, or fading down the road. Vicky and Jeremy decide on the acrylic stain to complement the pavers.
I think we want to go with this for the base coat.
Okay.
With like shades of maybe this. It's kind of ambery red, right?
I trust her eye for sure.
Next, Bill's guys put all their energy into constructing base structures for the main areas, while the patio gets a new shade.
It's not so closed in. It's more open.
Right, exactly. The other one, we had the before picture, if you notice how the slant, it feels like you're suffocating as soon as you walk out of the back door. This is going to be great because you won't even know it's there, unless you need to.
So that's it. Hand over hand. Keep going. All the way. Totally look after itself. Okay. In strong winds, it'll fold itself up automatically. But if you want to retract it, simply pull the cord. So just give it a... and let it go, and it'll retract back. Now that's locked away.
For the past hour, Team 1's reinforced the patio structure and put on a new primer. They also constructed and tiled the fire pit and began the work on the seating wall.
Jacking up the front yard. Look at this thing. This looks really good, but you have torn to you know what, everything else on the way to get to this.
Yeah, we're going to work our way out of this yard with our army like this.
So we got to worry about this area first, and then I'll worry about all that when we're done. You know what's coming next? What? Concrete. Concrete waits for no man.
With the cement truck here, Dean's guys get started shotcreting and finishing the waterfall. Vicky's also hard at work beating up some pre-cut boards for the picnic benches.
Either hit it back and forth like that, or just constantly change, direction. And you just slam it on there and make a bunch of dents. And we're denting the dirty part, and then when we sand it, the dents will stay dirty, so it'll accentuate the dents a little bit.
We're trying to preserve the natural aspect as much as possible by making as many items in the backyard as possible in lieu of purchasing stuff and just placing it there. So our main goal is to make it feel like you're in the wilderness.
Okay, that's enough. That's perfect right there.
The wild card item is what I get to bless these guys with, okay? It's something that really challenges all of your creativity, and it gives you a little bit more as if you didn't have enough work on your plate. So the wild card item could save you sometimes, or it could mess you up. You guys have to figure that out. You will be judged on it. Okay.
Seriously. All right, here we go, off to the job. It couldn't have been an uglier thing to pick.
We're not too thrilled about the wild card, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
They've got some good ideas, so I think we'll be okay.
Each team will get judged on their creative use of the tires. In the past, it's even determined the winner.
They'll come up with something awesome. I don't doubt it. Come on, these guys they're all talented.
Coming up, a creative start to the secret ingredient.
Whoa.
Dean's hot ticket item.
And this is our signature, what we're going to do right here.
Which is?
And disaster strikes.
Look at this. Their sewer line failed right before the show. How's that?
It's the middle of day one on this turf war, and more materials arrive to turn Victoria and the Bennett's backyard dreams into reality. But it'll be the team with the best makeover that'll win the $5,000 cash.
Do everything as tight and clean as you can, and if we win, money's going to you guys. We'll have a big old party.
I keep hearing rumors that the other team is really blowing them away.
They keep saying about how awesome these other guys are, so I'm a little worried.
No doubt, Team 1's proving to be a fierce competitor. And with the arrival of these boulders, they're really starting to rock.
Look how long that crane is. Straight up, baby. Come in and go down now. Hey, you're on that line. Why'd you pick the world's heaviest stone to build this thing out of? Because you wanted that color?
That's just what makes it look more substantial.
It's a ridiculously heavy stone.
Yeah.
You should be liking it. I'd be liking it too if this were my yard.
Yeah, me too. A lot of these rocks over here were hand selected from the river. Right now it's all the big boulders. That's going to be all the detail work on the waterfall. And we're hoping to get all that done tonight.
The fountain is poured and they're actually starting to stack boulders on it already. The patio over there is poured. I thought that was supposed to be a deck. The fireplace is, you know, getting final touches on this is on day one, people, okay? This is on day one. This is unbelievable. And it looks like the last thing they're going to do is they're going to pour that large concrete patio under there.
All right, so our object is to try and get this spread as evenly as possible without clumping.
Vicky learns an easy and fun way to stain her new patio.
Yeah.
Keep your hands close together and get as big of a handful as you can.
Yeah.
And then when you throw, you're going to turn your wrist and kind of open up your fingers like that. When you don't open your fingers and turn your wrist, it's going to clump like that, and we don't want those big piles. Perfect. She's going to start on Monday.
Next, a thick fabric is stamped on top of the curing concrete to create a unique texture. While the hardscape sets up, Ahmed's curious about the secret material.
What are you doing with the secret ingredient? I'm just curious.
We are going to make a play area for her daughter.
That's awesome.
We're going to make a swing. We're going to make a little obstacle course thing with them.
And did you guys use the extra tire?
Yes, we did.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can bring more tomorrow if you want.
Victoria's students prime the tires, and they get an A+ for speed.
Whoa.
In the last 2 hours, Team 2's been bogged down by detailed construction work.
Botanica has a team, but there's a little bit of a disconnect in the sense that they're all subs. And most of them, if not all of them, have pulled together to do this one project. Earthscapes, they always work together. All of those subs. That's the difference in what's going on.
Not only that, Team 2 has been hit by an unfortunate mishap.
Look at this. Quality compaction on the sewer company that was just here. There was a sewer line that was just installed, finished yesterday. Their sewer line failed right before the show. How's that? And they backfilled and didn't do a very good job pumping. So we'll have to take it out and fill it with something else. Like we don't have enough to do already.
They need to fix the situation ASAP before the pavers can go down. Meanwhile, above all the chaos, a new overhang structure gets installed. This roof is made up of just several panels, complete with integrated insulation and a gutter system, and the tongue and groove connection makes it a snap to install. Next, another truck arrives carrying the pieces for a wood-burning fireplace.
Okay, this is made out of volcanic pumice from Iceland. Lightweight, super heat efficient, doesn't absorb heat. Go together with an epoxy, screws. No time at all, they're done.
Is there anything special about this epoxy?
It's designed especially for these fireplaces to withstand the heat, so it doesn't expand and contract like a regular mortar does. Beautiful.
We did a good job on that.
Then, all the pieces are mounted and screwed together.
Got it?
Yep.
Let me guess, we need more up here. It's just like a puzzle, very easy.
Out front, the plants arrive for Team 1.
It's all going in your backyard from what I understand. Come on! You gotta man up! Woman up!
And the massive team effort continues.
And this is our signature, what we're going to do right here.
Which is?
Cantilever.
Dean's team creates a concrete cantilevered edge, which then needs staining as well.
And then we hand apply it. What do you think? Because it's hard to throw it sideways and get it to stick. And we're actually using a piece of the cantilever form with tape on it as our handmade trowel.
Since fixing the sewer mishap, Bill's guys have managed to make some progress.
The owners really wanted a bar type scene, so we're going to put that wall up there to kind of block that big RV. You know, it's kind of ugly. We'll put the hardy board on it and then stucco it so it'll be like a tan color. Be more like an enclosed room, even though it's really open. This wall is going to stand up and have that, and then right in the center is a water feature.
They've also laid down the base for the pavers by packing 2 inches of sand into the ground and then leveling it out.
We're getting ready to put the stones down right now. We've got our sand spread. We're going to start placing stones, do as much as we can before it's too late.
Pavers are going to be done tonight?
We're going to do as much as we can tonight.
Pavers are going to be done tonight?
Pavers are going to be done tonight. Is that what you want to hear?
Coming up, Ahmed recruits some unlikely labor.
You're going to hang out?
We're going to hang out.
All right, good. You know how to paint?
Yeah.
A simple and quick DIY project.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
And Team 2 steps up the competition.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I think they just took all the points you could get.
It's day 2 of this turf war, and yesterday, 2 next-door neighbors and friends kicked off an intense war of the backyards. For Victoria Durr, landscape rock star Dean Summers brought his army to turn her backyard into a national park, complete with a waterfall, camping ground, and a fire pit. Their mad skills and efficiency prove they're a force to be reckoned with. On Team 2, restaurant owners Jeremy and Vicki Bennett joined forces with landscape veteran Bill Lusich to create an outdoor lounge for year-round entertaining. With a chic circular bar, a water wall, and 2 plasma TVs, this could be the yard to beat. And at the end of today, a panel of random neighborhood judges will decide who will claim the Turf War title and $5,000 in prize money.
How late did you guys stay till last night?
8 o'clock.
Dean and his guys pulled in overtime to finish the hardscape, including the cantilever patio and the flagstone landing.
I think my voice is going away.
And late night, early mornings took a toll on Vicki's health.
With all this excitement, it's just gone. It's going, bye-bye.
And it's back to work as the team builds the tent area for Ava. But the waterfall is slow to finish. Across the yard, Victoria's students help build a split rail fence. A quick and easy way to add definition or separation in a yard. First, they mark post locations and dig, and make sure the posts go in at least 14 inches below ground.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
After the posts are leveled and firmly set, they fix the rails in the posts starting at one end of the fence to the other. At the side of the house, Scott installs a custom-made fence that matches the fire pit grill and ties in the wilderness theme of the yard.
Okay, so last thing here, Zach, just make sure we're good here. And then make sure we're good going that way. All right, get it nice and packed. You guys just throw some DG in there. All right. Okay, throw a little DG in there, get nice and packed.
Next door,
where's your smile?
I can find this.
Where's your
laying
bubbling,
in the bed.
Where's your bubbling energy?
It's in the bed still.
Team 2 also pulled a late night paving, and with Vicki and Jeremy staining the concrete patio.
We had to clean it off, and then we were delirious and tired. And
on top of it, it got cold, so nothing was really drying very fast. So we had to grab every halogen light that we had, surround the patio, and as we saw this morning, not all spots dried, and it causes a little discoloration.
A rough night, and this morning, the guys pushed hard to finish the walls, the columns, and of course, the pavers.
are they going to end right there at the end of the patio? Yes. Okay. But it has to go all the way back through. Hooray! I can get my friends over, but they won't know what to do. That's the problem right now. We don't know what to do. We're kind of standing around going, we want to work.
Bill can put Jeremy to work on an easy art project that just needs some cutting and a little painting.
This is going to be for a pop-out on the back wall. We're going to hold it off the wall just a little bit, and we're going to light it in the back so that it's actually standing out, because that whole back in there is kind of dark right now. So, sound good? We have 3 diamonds, and I heard you like diamonds.
Yeah.
So we're going to turn, that's why you're making a perfect square.
Next, Ahmed's about to be blown away by their secret ingredient.
After several hours of debating, what we decided to do was...
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
The ultimate redneck rocking chair.
No! Are you serious?
It actually does have some rock to it.
Some rock connection. You have surround sound.
That's called creativity.
It's awesome.
Don't you love that?
That's awesome. I'm sorry, bro. When it comes to the wild card item, I think they just took all the points you could get.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you better do everything else you can.
Okay.
And I've seen people win off that.
Okay.
But completion is another determining factor, and Team 2's yard is still far from being done.
We have it scheduled out right now, certain things we want done by certain times. just like we did yesterday, and if we meet all those, we should finish on time.
When do I get to see you guys sweat? Because I ain't getting nothing right now. Nothing.
That was last night, 9 o'clock.
These guys are rocking and rolling. I didn't think they were going to get it done. I mean, I hardly ever think they're going to get it done.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I should have lied and told my wife I got him for her anniversary, but I think it was too late because she saw him pull them up. So, so I think it's coming down to the wire. I got to get busy.
Only 5 hours to go, and still no bar.
We're going to start this bar here in just a matter of moments.
You're going to hang out?
We're going to hang out.
All right, good. You know how to paint?
Yeah.
All right.
Ask Bill to put me to work.
Hey, Bill, the seashell awning people are saying that they're ready to do whatever you need them to do. There's 3 people walking your way right now. Go get them. Go get them. Come on!
Coming up, another hot invention from Team 1.
This is a steak turner.
Ahmed hits the street looking for neighborhood judges.
Is there any kind of way you could be available?
No.
At stake, $5,000.
They're cutting off at 11.
You guys got to get out.
They can't cut us off.
Time is of the essence, and both teams are pumped.
We are gonna win. We are gonna win.
If it's anything like the sketches that we've seen, if it ends up anywhere near that, I'm going to be so happy.
And 3 hours from now, it'll be up to a panel of judges to decide which backyard makeover, the great outdoors or the modern lounge, is worthy of the Turf War title. Dean's guys move at a fast and steady pace, forging out custom ironwork and carpentry.
Once you're done putting this together, we just got the bridge, right? Good.
Early this morning, Scott had a brainstorm about a tether ball.
Yeah.
So we'll...
And my daughter is going to be freaking on that one because she loves tetherball.
And Josh is in charge of the tire swing.
First step is going to be, we're going to take our chain, we're going to make them all equal lengths. We've chosen 5 feet for our number today based on the width of the tire and the angle we want that chain to go up to the top. Pick a random point on the tire, mark it, and then you're going to take your tape measure, keeping the point of your tape measure in the center of your mark, and just go around your tire until you can find an equal distance on both sides. I would recommend a 1/2-inch eye bolt because that's going to give you the most strength. A few of the parts that you're going to need with your eye bolt are obviously the nuts that go onto that eye bolt. The first one is going to go on with a fender washer. That way when we cinch this down, it's going to give the most support. On the interior side of the tire, you're going to put 2 nuts on.
Next, Josh hooks all the chains together with a threaded coupling ring.
Make sure you look on the package. It will tell you the weight rating for that.
Meanwhile, with Vicky painting the house and the bar finally making an appearance, Team 2's picked up some steam.
How's this plant going to grow in here with the pot?
Oh, okay.
We're going to close that restaurant and we're going to open one in our backyard.
We're going to knock on the door at midnight, 1 o'clock. Hey, bartender, get out of bed.
But then, trouble.
And they can't cut us off. Jackie, they can't cut us off. That's our exit and entrance.
The problem is that with all the tractors running, it's that soil is being all torn up. So now they want to go ahead and put sod in.
As things take a turn for the worse for Team 2, Ahmed runs off to find some unbiased neighborhood judges.
Where do you live?
Apartments down the street.
Okay. I got a little criteria sheet.
Saw the trucks came by.
You get to score them between, 1 and 5. Oh, you just being nosy and acting like you're jogging, huh? We'll tally it all up. This is cute. You think you'd make a good judge?
Sure.
Why? You know Vicky and Jeremy? Yeah. Okay, no good then. Then you can't do it.
I'm fair.
Really? Is there any kind of way you could be available?
No.
Like between 3:30 and 4, straight up. That laugh was good. I'm fair.
No, I'm fair. No.
Raise your left hand.
Straight up, no.
I, Chris.
I, Chris.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
To be a fair judge.
To be a fair judge.
And I promise I'll watch Yard Crashers every time I get a chance. Hey, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done.
Back at Victoria's, painters have been faux painting the patio to mimic the inside of a log cabin and installed yet another unique creation.
And this goes with the barbecue grill. This is a steak turner. The rest of these are for hot dogs or marshmallows.
Finally, the path is laid with decomposed granite, and Dean shared his trade secret for locking it in.
You can actually add a little bit of dry concrete, wet it down, locks it in.
Bad, dude. I'm glad I didn't go up against you.
Okay, I want to close this access off now. As soon as he's done hanging, this is closed off.
Okay, and they're good with that next door?
I got a play area going right there. I got a little play area going right there, and you guys got to get out. I mean, if you guys are running tractors in here and stuff still.
Well, you're way over your limit anyway of space. You'll probably not be able to do the play area.
No, that's our bonus little area. That's our secret thing.
I don't know what to tell him on this, okay? We have to keep moving the tractor back and forth. That was our access that we were given. So.
I'm going to get this area dusted off. Let's make a deal. When you guys are going to run the tractor back and forth here, though, we'll use my tractor.
Good.
So we're not making a big old mess.
Right.
Okay.
Your skid steer is there.
We'll run back in and forth with that, but then we'll work as a group to get out to the front.
Good.
Deal?
Good deal.
Okay.
All right.
Good. We're sharing the same access. You know, he's got the right away that access is that I do. Right? He's got till what, 3:30?
One disaster averted, but with just 2.5 hours left on the clock, Bill's yet to finish most of the key features, while Dean announces cleanup.
Let's get all our wood, let's get everything moved out.
Coming up, Bill the chemist.
We should be putting boiling water in there in the short amount of time we have.
A dramatic finish.
You don't even have to like it just has to look right, guys.
And the wow factor.
Who came up with that? Whose imagination has that?
It's the final home stretch of the turf war, and there's just 2 hours and 30 minutes left before the judges arrive.
Every minute counts these days.
Team 2 finally finishes facing the fireplace and tiling the seat wall, and the 2 plasma screens get the hookup. Yep, 2. But the bar top is getting poured way too late in the game. One trick to help this concrete set faster? Add warm water.
We should be putting boiling water in there in the short amount of time we have. Hopefully we got an hour and 45 minutes left and we'll be able to pull those forms.
What can you do over here? You're going to have water going, right?
I'm going to test it right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Now the competition's stiffer, so here we go.
On Dean's side, final details and personal touches are added before the stage is complete.
Every time I turn around, something new is going on, and now it's to the point where every time I walk back there, I cry. Because it's just amazing.
She finally realized how her daughter was actually going to use this yard, and she could see it, and I think it all kind of hit her.
Is that like a little veggie patch? Yes. No way. No way.
But the jiggle in the wiggle.
There's just 20 minutes to go, and Team 2's bar top is still wet.
As thick as that mud is, you don't think in another 10 minutes you can strip that thing?
Instead of chancing a messy outcome, the team decides to paint the forms.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll get this painted, we'll make it look good. He's a genius, man. Hey, Vicky, whatever you have in your house that we can fake it, you can always take it back. Just bring it on out. They pulled it together, man, at the last minute. I mean, turn back and look at this. You know, they got a space over here.
While Bill's on a mad dash to the finish, Dean's guys celebrate.
Everybody out front, let's go. We're done.
Good job, everybody. Good job.
All right, you guys, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That pot in the background is just distracting, and that tire, they're gonna think that one of your tires didn't get used. Move that stuff. 3, 2, 1, drop it, and let's go. Very good, guys. Very good. Wow.
Now it's time to face the judges. Up first, Team 1.
They've seen the before pictures. Let's have them see the back, and then you guys can articulate what's going on back there.
We used approximately 20 tons of Sierra Boulder in this backyard to do the waterfall, to do the creek bed, and do the placements around the yard. This is the trellis that Vicky had pointed out that we had made with the tree in it that fits the theme that we're doing back here.
So this was old concrete that we tore out and demoed yesterday. We laid down a whole new patio last night with a nice, it's called a sandstone bullnose, stamped concrete all the way through.
We're incorporating kind of a woodsy vibe, plant palette, easy maintenance.
All the wood furniture here, we actually built all this on site, made the waterfall too. It's actually a full functioning waterfall. It's all concrete, no liner. It's an idea we came up with for the s'mores. This is all hand forged iron. So it's gonna be her barbecue pit when it's not a fire pit. Our wild card item, we made a new swing, tetherball pole for her to play with, and an obstacle course over there, and obviously a bunch of new grass so she can run and play as well.
Fire, I love it, especially the grate. The handwork on it, a nice little area around it.
The judges are impressed with the details.
I really love the bear. That's my favorite part.
And the evocative feel of the yard.
I like the topography of it, the way it flows in, the other landscape and the water. I mean, it feels like I'm up in the Sierra taking a hike.
I'm a camper. I just love it.
This really looks like a place that kids would really like to spend time back there.
The judges weigh in based on several criteria, including creativity, functionality, and the use of the wild card item. After they mark their scores, it's on to team number 2.
Well, we had jank.
From junk to funk.
We had a lot of help, a lot of good help on this.
And so they now know that they're all invited to watch football and basketball in my backyard anytime, neighbors included.
Yeah.
You want to pass the cash around now? Or
Bill and Ed explain the transformation.
There was no structure here. There was nothing. It was the back of this house with a big hole in the wall.
This countertop was just poured today, so it's fresh. And the owners really do like color. They wanted this thing to pop, and they wanted the different shades of green. It ties in with some of the flowers. We have this great water feature here. It's lit up at night.
Each TV has its own tuner, so you can watch 2 different things at the same time.
Actually, if you just turn around, we have the perfect fireplace. And this concrete, you can see it here, was just plain old, really old, gray, ugly concrete. So we made some expansion joints in there that just kind of chop it up a little bit, and we stained it. It kind of fits with all the colors that are happening in here.
And then we brought our pavers along it to just kind of face it and blend it in with the rest of the patio.
I like the fireplace and the bar and the TVs outside. They're really entertaining out here.
I think that's pretty cool. You can take my patio cover away and give me one of those.
The judges like the overall feel of the yard. And despite the wet concrete, the bar is a success.
The inside and the outside are kind of one space, and I really think that's a great feature. What I love about it is that you can use it all year round.
But it's the wild card that blows their mind.
I like the little seat here, so I can look at everything beautiful that they've done. I can get away from the bar scene if I want to. And
Yeah, good. You've got to try it. You got to try it. Go sit in it.
And it's actually a rocking chair, and it will not tump over.
Unbelievable.
It's comfortable.
Most of all, I think I like the wild card, what they did with the tires.
Who came up with that? Whose imagination has that? I think it's fantastic. I should sit in. I think it's awesome.
Coming up.
So we got 2 fabulous makeovers. I love them both.
Neighborhood judges determine the winner. Who will take home the Turf War title and $5,000 cash? Find out next. In just 2 days, 2 neighboring yards were turned upside down and made over into dream landscapes. Victoria and her daughter Ava love to camp.
Every night. And what do we do in the backyard?
Sleep.
Yeah, we sleep in our backyard.
So landscaper Dean Summers brought in 20 tons of boulders, big machines, and an army of experts to build the mother and daughter their own private wilderness.
Just so incredibly impressed and cheerful. She'll have the memories of such a wonderful childhood growing up in such a beautiful place.
And next door, Jeremy and Vicky love to entertain. Inspired by the couple's local restaurant, landscaper Bill Lusich and his team created an outdoor bar and lounge that's cool, chic, and worthy of 4 stars.
And I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful. I've never had anything like this happen.
I mean, who can say there's any losers in this anyway? I mean, look at it. Both of us are going to come out winners in the end.
A group of judges from around the neighborhood took on the challenging task of evaluating the yards and deciding the winner of this turf war and $5,000.
So we got 2 fabulous makeovers, okay? I love them both. I'm impressed with both of them. I thought you guys were all crazy thinking you could even get this done in 2 days. How dare you be audacious as you are? So the person getting the 5 Gs? Why can't I get the 5 grand? Can we talk about this? The person getting the 5 Gs is who?
The final score was a surprising 164 to 146. Both sides boasted dramatic makeovers, but the judges liked the everyday functionality of Jeremy and Vicky's yard. not to mention the clever execution of the secret ingredient.
Support, yeah, and then everybody's help is amazing, and that's one reason, that's why you'll see me shed a tear. It's because of the volunteers and the help.
Man, I'm in hillbilly heaven right here.
Yeah, and he likes our oranges. He's been eating several of them, I heard, all day today.
Maybe they want to split the money? Split the title?